Hello and welcome back to the Daily Update from the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. I'm Captain Doug Hunter, bringing you the update on today, December 19th, 2015. Now, have you ever had one of those days where we're not quite sure where to start? Well, that's exactly how I feel today. We have a number of things to talk about. The first of which is a accident we investigated yesterday morning involving a 14-year-old boy who was struck by a car while waiting for the school bus. The boy was standing at the entrance of the Lazy Bee campground on Friendsville Road when a motorist was turning into the campground and failed to see the young man. It was dark. The motorist claimed that she was blinded by the headlights of an oncoming car. The boy was struck, injured, transported to the hospital. He is going to survive, nothing life-threatening, although he did have a serious injury. So our deputies investigated that matter. And along about the same time, we were dispatched to an incident in Paint Township at a business where a gentleman decided to cut his throat while at the workplace, apparently in a bathroom area. Another employee contacted our office about this matter. Deputies responded, as well as an officer from the Mount Eaton Police Department. The man initially was somewhat uncooperative. However, he finally did concede and was transported to the hospital without any further incidents. In Canaan Township, another church breaking and entering where the criminals broke into a church using force again and removed a flat screen television believed to be in the 42 to 44 inch range. Now, as you may recall, yesterday I spoke to you about a stolen Suzuki ATV. I'm happy to report that yesterday afternoon deputies recovered that four-wheeler as well as a large amount of other suspected stolen property. Deputy Berkey led the charge on this investigation, where he discovered the four-wheeler was actually stored in a storage unit. And upon discovering the four-wheeler, he discovered a lot of other property that we believe that is stolen as well. Investigation into the matter continues. We have identified the suspects. However, they seem to have kind of went off the radar. But I can assure you, Wayne and Natasha, we know who you are, and for certain you'll be getting a lump of coal from Santa this year, as well as probably several felony charges. So stay tuned for that one. Recall a few days ago I offered some marriage advice for a couple that we have been to their house several times. In fact, most recently, both of them were arrested for domestic violence. Last night, once again, the female was arrested for domestic violence. So apparently the advice of a little less vodka and a little more compassion went unheeded, but the advice still stands and is highly recommended for this couple. A Worcester Township incident last night where a Worcester man contacted our office after apparently meeting up with a young lady online. The lady claimed to be down on her luck and needed some counseling, so this man figured he was exactly the man for the job and agreed to meet up with the young lady at a Worcester Township hotel. Again, around 4 in the morning, just to give her some advice and share some information. Imagine his surprise when he left the room for a short period of time to retrieve some ice. They'd finished their counseling session apparently, and when he came back, the woman was gone, as well as over $1,000 that he'd left behind. So I don't know if his counseling fell on deaf ears or exactly what happened. The deputies inquired as to whether or not this was some type of a prostitution arrangement, and the man said absolutely not. So yeah, we're not quite sure on that, but that was what took place early this morning around 4 a.m. So until next time, stay safe.